or 4th and Johnson.
And I'll tell you what is so delicious about them. Well, everything, but now when the weather's changing, I don't know if they'll still be doing it, but they have a couple soups that they make from homemade every day. And every morning he does quiche, so you can go there for breakfast and have a quiche. They open at 11. But they also have a menu of take and bake for the week. So you can call and say, I'd like to pick up dinner for 4 of one of those items. And it's the entree, vegetable, sometimes a dessert, sometimes a soup. And you couldn't make it for less money.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
I like that.
Especially for us busy women.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah. And they know their sources of the food. It's all local and.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Really good stuff. So make sure that you check them out. And hopefully here soon, they don't open till 11. And I usually get here before that, and so I haven't been stopping to get a menu, but he needs to take a picture of it and send it to me. I just thought of that. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. But you just go straight. You just go straight
Very
when you
cool.
leave here.
Yep.
And there they are. You go straight all the way.
Is his menu online?
Sometimes.
Okay.
And they have a really good Facebook page, and sometimes he puts it on there too. But it's always different. You know, that's the cool thing I like about it so much. It's not the same. We had homemade chicken pot pies from there.
That sounds yummy.
Oh, very good.
It was very comforting, very comforting. So anyway, you need to check them out. So Robin Devereaux is down here having a trunk show. What is a trunk show?
Well, it's kind of like a little mini rummage sale, I suppose. I don't know. Normally, you know, there's some really highfalutin, high quality kind of stuff. But we've got my witch stitchery.
It is very high quality,
which is really
stuff.
cool because it's art to wear. So every piece is one of a kind. I also have some vintage pieces down here, some great hats, some artwork. My books are here. I'm happy to sign for you, and I'm doing a little discount on the books. The clothing is selling for 30 to 60% off the tagged price.
See, that's
so
amazing.
If you have been to one of my witch stitchery shows and found something that you absolutely loved and maybe was a little expensive at the time, come down and see me.
That's a bad chair.
And we will make a deal. We also have lots of really great jewelry down here. Some of mine, some of Deb's.
Sit there.
And, just
Are
lots
you
of
okay?
lots of little cool stuff. Oh, and some dolls, some one of
dolls.
a kind dolls. Yeah,
Fun. They're really cute too.
and then Tumtagoobers.
Are you
We have
okay?
Tumtagoobers.
You know, we have these farm seat chairs, and the one that has the back on it is okay, but the one without the back on it is not okay.
Not okay.
You're only about the 6th person that's done that. I've done it twice.
Throwing my clients around down here. That's just
But look,
just
it's
unacceptable.
exciting. Look, she's laughing.
Okay.
She's
All
having a
right.
good time. Look
But
at
I
that.
like to, make them happy with my stuff. So we're here till, I don't know what time we're here till, Deb.
8:30ish.
8:30ish. Okay. So come down and see me and let's make a deal.
And I had my eye on a jacket, and I love this jacket. It
I'm
is
telling
really
you.
cute. Did you see it? Did I show
No.
it?
Nice deal. I'm doing a good deal for you, Deb.
She is.
I am. So she's been stalking this jacket for like a year. So
Well, if it's still available, then it's meant for you.
It is. That's the
there you
same
go.
thing I
So
said.
come down and see me. I also do custom pieces. If you have a jacket or skirt or a piece that you really love and it maybe has a little stain on it, a little tear, a little something happened to it, I will put some artwork on it and hide that blemish so you can still wear your really cool piece that you absolutely love.
See,
so
I
come and see me.
love that. And I have a skirt that she's going to do something fun too. But
Oh, I
wait,
am.
don't
Yeah.
leave.
Don't leave. Okay.
What are you doing April 1st down here?
Oh, April 1st. Yeah, we are going to be here in the morning, 10:30 till noon, and we're going to do, you will not believe how simple these handmade stamps are. They are so stupid simple, it's crazy. So we're going to make some handmade stamps out of foam. It's a great mother-daughter workshop. It's a great friend and friend workshop. And then I'll give you supplies to do some cards or wrapping paper, or we'll collage. We'll do something really cool. It's $25 a person, and I bring all your materials. You don't have to bring anything.
See, that's
and
wonderful.
you make it
That's
and take it
great.
home with you. We're going to do that, and then we've got some other workshops coming up, and I don't have the dates. Maybe Deb does.
The 8th. The 8th
The
is
8th, yeah.
something.
Oh, the 8th we're doing a spirit doll.
Oh, yes.
Talisman doll, and that's a paper and clay collage, and I have the clay heads I made for everybody. So again, that's $25. All your materials are included, and you can hang those little beauties in your car, in your house, or cabin, wherever you want to hang them.
Right.
They're kind of cool.
So look on the W4 Divas
Yeah.
Facebook page. She's making events for them. Share them and bring people.
And then that
It's
night
fun.
on the 1st, my husband and I and Mr. John Patricus, the Gypsy Wagon, is playing just down the street at the Empire Room. And we do all kinds of things, 60s, 70s, 80s music, country, originals. We do a little bit of jazz, blues, everything. So
Very good.
come down and see us. They have some great food. There's some good bar food there. And it's a very nice venue. So stop in and see us.
And new. It's a new venue, isn't it?
It's an old new venue, so
Right.
it's been refurbished and it's beautiful, and it has those cool banquettes, those leather banquettes.
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Very
kind of
fun.
cool.
So that's like 2 blocks
Two
down.
blocks down. Yeah,
Very good. Very good.
right
All
on the corner of Washington and is that Second?
Yes.
Okay, Washington and Second. See you then.
Okay. Thank you, Robin.
You are welcome.
So, did you check out some of her fun stuff?
I have.
Very cool, huh?
Yes, it is.
And unique. That's
Very.
what I like so much.
Very
It's unique.
creative.
See, they're still laughing. That chair has brought joy to many people. So, we're here in studio with Mel Morse, and we're talking about the CI journey. And so, how did you get involved in the CI journey?
Well, I really thought I was doing great in life. I had started, just started getting into Wayne Dyer, the spirituality of things, and how I had found out about Wayne Dyer it was through my husband's friend. We actually, our daughter had a brain tumor around that time as well. That was back in 2008.
Your daughter did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
this.
we was a very trying and difficult time. It's been 9 years, March, that she was diagnosed. So she was 3. And what was happening was she was throwing up a lot. And there was never a fever associated with the vomiting. And I want to say that happened in 2007. And they said it was allergies, so we, did the whole allergy thing, and it was coming back in March. And what wasn't right was I would pick her up from daycare, and she would cry because her eyes hurt so bad from the sun. And she would get headaches so bad that she just couldn't function. So it was on a Sunday night in March that she woke up at 2 a.m. and she said her head hurt so bad. And I had told my husband that there's just something not right. So on March 19th of 2008, she had thrown up that morning, and I said, I'm taking her into the doctor today. So we got her into the doctor, and they said, well, we'll just order a CT scan. Fast forward, we had just made it out to the parking lot, and they had asked some questions, and within that time, we had to go back to the emergency room. This was in Saginaw, and they then had to airlift her to Ann Arbor. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Yep. She was 3, and
Oh, how difficult that must have been.
it was. I think there's a lot of it that I've blocked out, but then there's a lot that you still relive.
Mm-hmm.
She was very strong. She was very determined. It was probably one of the worst, but sometimes I think God hands you things to say, wake up.
To learn from,
And
Right.
you become more humble and more understanding of others. None of us are exempt from struggles. It just depends what they are. So she had gone in on the 21st of March for a very, very long surgery. She turned 4 while she was in surgery on the 22nd.
Oh, my goodness.
And when she came out, we had no idea what to expect. The tumor had then actually grown from her. It was in her cerebellum, and then it started into her brainstem, and then it had grown into her 6 through 12 cranial nerves on her right side.
Oh, my gosh.
So he could only do one part of it. So he finished that. He got her out of, and talked to him, and we honestly, again, it was a long road. She had to, at 4, they call it like a mutism, like a cerebellar mutism, and it's from the damage that the tumor did to her. So it affected all of her motor skills.
Oh.
So at 4, she had to learn how to walk, talk, feed herself. We made boards so she could point at things and she could talk. She just, she didn't
start all over again.
All over. She didn't know how to control her emotions. And then we got a daughter at home who's 3, and she's like, "Where's mom and dad? You've left me for how many days?" And it was very, very, those were some trying times. But so then she had to go through chemo. And then she had to go through a second surgery again in that following June to get the remainder of it. And actually that was probably very terrifying because it was her swallowing nerve. It was really, that tumor had really invaded that nerve. Probably one of the hardest things to ever do is hand your child over to a operating room, and you're dressed in the whole gear and knowing that you won't see her for about 20 hours. And you give it to God, and you pray that God works through those surgeons.
Yeah, really, that's all you can do. Isn't
That's
it?
all, in those terms, chemo and radiation, they are so, like, no parent ever is prepared to hear those words.
No.
And what is all of this? And what kind of tumor? It was just... So she then went through, I was off for 6 months from work, and she went through 6 weeks of radiation every day. And it was after the second surgery, or after that second one in June, and then 2 years to the date, it all came back.
No.
Yeah. So she had to go through, because she was getting MRIs every 3 months. So they had found it early enough. They figured it was site of origin. So she went through it again, and within 2 weeks, she was back to preschool, and she is incredibly brave and courageous. And any of these children that go through cancer, brain tumors, my prayers always go out to their families, because
that's something nobody ever wants to hear about anybody, let alone their own child.
So she has been clean for we're going on 7 years now. And again, she's she's 13 years old. To the eye, you would never really know that there's it's when you really start paying attention to, different things. The way, sometimes even her gait is off, or riding a bike, she can't ride a bike. Those things that we sometimes take for granted, or you might just not understand her sometimes, just sometimes the way she thinks. But in our our other daughter has just been instrumental. I really, truly believe God orchestrated that for to have them 10 months apart,
right?
Because he knew they were going to need one another.
Isn't that, they're almost like twins?
They are. Yep. And
isn't that something?
Yep.
So she's helped her through all of this.
Oh, Mom, I want to make her laugh. Mom, let me help her do this. Mom, she was very instrumental in her healing.
Isn't that something?
And I know God knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I have no doubt.
Right.
So, yes, they love each other and dislike one another at the same time.
Right.
And they understand each other in ways that some sisters, it's just so totally on such a deep level. So, Yeah.
Very interesting.
So, yeah, I was, and then we went through a transition at work, which really led me to the CI journey.